Thank you for picking up the sticks. This is episode 81, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Carnett. To my right, Mike Steak Carnia.
What's going on?
To my left, Art the Champ Rosian.
That's right. Get used to saying it.
No, this is it. The reign of terror. The reign of terror will be over for another year after this. It was really funny. Well, if I'm saying that because Art has won the last two E3 prediction shows. He won 2 of the 3. Our 4th annual E3 prediction show, which is wild.
That is crazy.
By the way. And I'm still... And the really ironic thing about this is, like, I was just so bitter about Kojima last year, and then today we're recording, and then tomorrow there's some Death Stranding thing happening that we're gonna completely miss because of
it doesn't matter. They're not gonna tell you anything that you can use. It's all mind games and.
Yeah, Colin Murray already put out something where it's like they're gonna the whole trailer is gonna be in some ancient lost dialect that no
Egyptian?
one's going to know.
Yeah, ancient Egyptian. Yeah, I can just see that.
So have no question, no answers whatsoever. But so here is kind of let's do a little housekeeping here because I said I was going to. So this is gonna be our E3 prediction show like we always do. In 2 weeks, our E3 wrap up where we kind of talk about all the announcements and kind of an untraditional episode type of a deal. The week after that, we're going to change a few things up. We're trying a new format, somewhat. We're changing about. It's going to be 25% new in terms of our flow and rhythm, and we're trying some new stuff, breaking out some smaller videos from the main podcast. If we're still doing the main podcast, that's not changing, but we're going to change some things that we can cut out of it, make short 6 to 8 minute YouTube clips out of that because those seem to do way better on our channel than these long format things. But we like doing this because it's fun and we actually get listening.
Oh yeah,
listening. I want to say listening viewers, but that makes no sense. Listeners.
Audio listeners?
Audio listeners, thank you. I knew there was another word in there. Audio listeners.
They love
They like
chunks.
the long ones,
yes.
but the YouTube is a shorter one. So we're going to try to get the best of both worlds by not changing too much, but changing a few things here or there. But we'll do that in a couple episodes. But for now, Steak, what you playing?
All right, I finished Borderlands Game of the Year edition on Xbox. Woo! The end boss was pretty easy.
I heard in the remake that some of the stuff they changed makes him much easier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean, but also too, he was level 33. I think I was level 36 by the time I got to him because I completed all the other quests before that. So that made it real easy.
Yep.
But it was
that
cool.
Helps.
It was cool. Yeah, it was neat. So I started the zombie DLC pack that was included with that first one. It's okay. It's kind of just I don't know. It's not bad. It's just really tedious, in a way. Maybe it's just because I've just already played so much Borderlands. It's I just I don't know if instead of the bandits and stuff, it's zombies or zombie versions of psychos and stuff, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a game you can get, especially that you hit the pinnacle, the end point of the game. It's here's this other thing that really doesn't tie into much else.
I was gonna say, is there any of the DLC for one? Is
it
really worth playing any of it?
Never played the DLC for one.
No? Okay. All right. So maybe I'll just, when I get it, have to give it a couple more weeks and then just jump into 2 then.
Did you play the DLC for 2?
Yes. Okay. I played all the DLC for 2.
Okay.
Well, and supposedly 2, I think the DLC for 2 is actually quite story-based too, isn't it? And it's going to probably lead into 3 a little bit?
Not necessarily.
No? Okay.
It's they're all their own individual stories.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a story to them and they are lengthy.
Okay.
There's one, I don't remember the name of it. It's the one that I think it's Tiny Tina something or other.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the Dark Souls Borderlands-ish. It's fucking hard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
Oof, well, we'll see if I end up doing that. But good to know. So I may just move on to Borderlands 2 and just get the DLC then at this point, at least for now, and then we'll still figure that out.
I mean, I'm sure you can go online or somewhere read a recap of what they all are and figure out if they're story based or not.
Cool. After that, I jumped back into Fist of the North Star finally.
I saw you playing that.
Yeah. So I'm on chapter 9 out of 12 now, so I've progressed quite a bit. God damn it, this game though. I can't stop playing the mini games. It's kind of like Yakuza, in a way where it's sometimes you get caught up in the mini games. This one has a bartending mini game, and it's just I hit max level. I got the achievement for hitting max level. I'm one of the 9% that got the achievement because I was I can't stop playing. I don't know why. It's just fun. So finally, just trying to truck along. I've been looking at my backlog, and I'm like, man, I got all these Yakuza games and Judgment's coming out next month. I'm like, I really got to get moving on some of this stuff. But even though I say I got to keep moving, I keep buying shit. So now, welcome to Stakes VR Corner.
Yay!
This might become a regular thing, a new regular thing. So I picked up
breakout
Are
video.
the lines around me?
a little bit. Yeah, you get a little bit.
It just kind of looks like sunburn. Like,
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it does.
like you had like ski goggles on.
Yeah,
Sun for a long time.
windburn.
Yeah.
Well, let's first start off with
Makeup!
If you had hair, it would be blown back. Like
yeah.
Like one of those. What the hell were those old commercials? The guy sitting in the chair and the music blasting. Is it Memorex?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of those old Memorex commercials.
We'll start with
The HD sound of their cassettes.
PlayStation VR. I picked up Everybody's Golf VR.
Oh.
Played that for a little bit last night. It's cool. It's hard, but it's cool. It's golfing. Like,
Yeah.
it's legit. It's not hot shots. It's legit golf. There was a couple times I took probably 5 swings at this one ball in the rough, and I kept missing it because I was like, "What the hell?"
That's golf.
Yeah. So it's frustrating
Can
a
you
little
throw a
bit.
club?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
There comes a putter toss.
But it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks really good in PlayStation VR.
That's not what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I wanted a reason to not buy the same game.
Well, hold
again.
on. There's probably going to be a few reasons here to not probably like. Okay, so it's $30. So which not a bad price point. There's 3 courses.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's only 3 courses, and you only start off with 1. And you can only do 3 holes until you got to keep progressing, and then you unlock the fact that you can do the ability to do 9 holes, and then the ability to do all 18 for that course. And then once you like hit a certain level, oh, congrats! Here's the second course now, and so it's like
Is there other modes too, or is it just those courses?
No.
It's not like
no, it's just courses, and then you get to pick between 3 holes, 9 in or out, and then 18.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah.
you know,
You also do
or
not.
out.
You also are just playing to get your best score. You're not playing against computer players.
Okay.
You're not playing against people in the world. There are leaderboards and stuff, but that's about it. Like, it doesn't like it's just you playing yourself. And then there's the driving range. That's it. So you can like go there to test, which you will probably want to spend a lot of time there. I kind of jumped into the courses and learned that way, which is difficult.
Yeah.
But there's 2 different ones. There's the driving range, and then there's also the pitching and putting approach as well, so you could kind of practice that stuff, which is really nice. So you can go in there because this takes some getting used to, but like I felt so real, like
Yeah.
it was crazy. like I tend to slice a lot, and at the beginning I was slicing left constantly. So it was doing a really good job of that.
Sounds frustrating.
Yeah.
This sounds like the reason I stopped golfing.
I lost my golf clubs in a flood. And the best thing that ever happened.
Right.
I still,
They're still at my parents' house. I
That's
never
right.
brought them over to this
I
house.
have a bag of golf clubs sitting in my garage.
Yeah.
They just get moved from place to place.
So, but very cool though. Like I said, it's very cool. Little limited. You get a caddy that actually talks to you and stuff. The caddy can. It's kind of weird because it's like this is where the Japanese comes in. So you start off with this girl caddy, and then it's right away she's like, "Oh hi, I'm your caddy," and well, you know that whole ordeal.
Yeah,
and it's like, "Oh, okay."
Like a lot of golf courses.
Yeah.
I think you pay for a service like that in Las Vegas.
That sounds about right. And then there's like, and then throughout like the courses, sometimes there is a there's like an event, and one of them was like a bench event, and it was like I guess you must have given her a box of chocolates because then she's eating them. She's like, "Oh, this is so great, thank you," and it's just like, "Okay, next, like give me back to the golf." It's really weird. Like I don't know. They're just I think they were just trying to add something to it. But like I said, $30 I think is a little steep. If you see it on sale for $20, grab it. Like $20, I think is a sweet spot for this one for sure. And then, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to pick it up today, but I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow, and I wouldn't have had time to play it anyways. But Blooded Truth came out today.
Yes, right.
So fucking pumped for that. It's getting great reviews.
Yeah, right.
Good for me for my fantasy.
Yes, that's true.
as well. But yeah,
Give it time.
yeah.
I've come to learn that like weeks later your score can drop.
Yeah, oh, that sounds about right. So I'm looking forward to picking that up tomorrow, and I'll have a report next time for that.
Hey,
But
me too.
to continue the VR corner, I did pick up an Oculus Quest. For you that don't know, this is the full all-in-one, completely wireless. It comes with the touch controllers and everything. It's basically somewhere between a PlayStation. It's mobile, but it's a higher end mobile VR. Like this is way better than like the Gear VR. This is way better than like the cardboard crap. This is legit.
Yeah.
Like this is so legit. The screen is super sharp. It's like on near 4K quality. It's gorgeous. The head tracking's amazing. You draw out your playground, which is an incredible experience, as you got to experience.
It was wild.
Until you put the headset on, you don't understand. So it creates a monochrome digital version of the world, and it's amazing. And if you step outside of the grid, the game and everything else pauses, and the world appears in that monochrome, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I messed with like 45 minutes
Yeah.
before this started. Like I said, once you draw your play area, you always kind of see that grid, and we talk about the arm span. Like, every once in a while, you see the grid pop up, like so you're not like punching walls and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how close I really was to the end of it, but like, it's nice to know that like, but I never felt like I was in danger of doing anything.
Right.
Which is the whole idea of that play space, right? But yeah, when you switch and when you peek your head through the wall, and all of a sudden like the world appears before you, it's like, whoa, this is really
crazy.
weird.
Yeah. So I bought 2 games for it. Of course, I bought Beat Saber. It's fantastic. Finally played Beat Saber. It is fantastic. I love this fucking game.
Can you download modded songs
No.
onto it? Oh,
No.
This is like
That's it. This is the
this is the console version of a computer VR headset.
pretty much. Yeah. And I also downloaded the Vader Immortal Chapter 1, so it's the Star Wars game. It was only $10, which I was shocked on. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, no, okay, we'll see what kind of content we get out of this. So the story itself, the experience itself, was probably 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
So, I mean, not terrible. It's actually pretty decent. And it was incredible. This is the best Star Wars game I've played in a very long time.
Not just VR.
Not just VR. Like, it's incredible. Like, this is what you want from a Star Wars VR game. Like, there's certain times where, like, you're doing different things on the ship. Like, you got to go into warp speed. You got to flick all the switches and then push into
that's really
warp
cool.
speed and stuff. and then there's parts where you have to climb the ladder. So the touch controllers have a grip button, and that's how, like, and then you see your hands in these games. And when you press when your hands are kind of like on the buttons, you see your hands do the different things.
Even when you're not pressing them.
It's not even
if
pressing
you're just
them.
touching them.
Yeah,
it's
slightly
you're
touching them.
them.
It knows.
You'll see like
you'll start like slowly moving that until a push. It's incredible. But like there's a part where you got to climb a ladder. So you actually have to climb a ladder, and then there's a part where I got to the top of the ladder. I'm like, well, how the hell do I get off this now? Like I let go and I fell down. I'm like, well, what the heck? So and then I saw there's another bar. I'm like, oh, so I grabbed that bar and threw myself to get over. Like so, I
That's
basically
pretty cool.
jumped, and it was so like there's other parts. Like there's a part where you got to climb pipes and do that, and there's some stuff that happens, and then. Oh my god! Then when Vader shows up and it's like, oh,
How big is Vader? How big is Vader?
He's
in
big. He's big. It's what I would imagine being in front of Vader would be like.
So you feel the presence.
Yes. Oh,
So
absolutely.
That's very cool.
And then when you get your hands on the lightsaber, you're like, oh. And then when you realize you can grip it with both hands like this, you're like, oh my god, I am a Jedi right now. So very, very awesome. And then there's a lightsaber dojo, which is basically lightsaber training. And I don't know how many, but there's supposed to be like a ton of levels in there. So like that's a whole nother mode that you can that's included with this as well.
It's only $10. You said the whole thing?
Only $10. It's totally worth your money. So if you got a Quest or the
if you've
Oculus
already
Rift,
taken that $400 leap.
yeah,
$10. Ah.
yeah. Or if you already have the Rift, because it's available for the Rift as well. It's an Oculus exclusive.
Okay.
But at $10, and it's only Chapter 1, so more is coming. And this left them such a huge cliffhanger that like I cannot wait for Chapter 2. Then the game comes with a bunch of demos. Beat Saber's one of them. So another demo I got to try was Journey of the Gods. It's basically like a first-person Zelda game. Awesome. Like
Yeah.
There's a lot of games I want. It's 30. This one's game's full price is $30, so not bad. Most of the games are $30, $20 to $30. So I plan on buying this though.
Yeah, that's when I played through that demo too, and it's like I remember a couple times I was like, "Can I do this?" And I tried it, and I could do it. Like,
Right, yeah.
you have the shield like Zelda. I was like, I wonder if I can like shoot like they're shooting out these like slime balls at me. I wonder if I can deflect them back at it. It took me a few times like hone it in, but sure as shit, I could do it. That was one of those like moments where it was like also that was the first time I think I've ever moved in 3D space in like there
Right,
without using
yeah.
like the leap forward, whatever it is. And that first step was like, whoa. You get that first one like, all right. Move my feet forward, went backwards just in case.
Yeah.
And I moved forward. Now it's fine. But that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like, and you got a chance to be in. We always talk about like the scale of things
Mm-hmm.
in VR. And in that game, you just got a chance to go the other way, where you got really big. You got to manipulate stuff in the ground, which was neat too, because you actually had to and you had to like the pinchers,
Right.
and they move it up.
Yep.
and the whole thing. So that was really neat.
Yeah. So I'll definitely so I will be buying the full version eventually for that. So eventually I'll come with a full report with that when that comes. Another demo I tried was Creed, the boxing game,
Oh, yeah.
Road to Glory. Holy shit, that's tiring. Oh my God. It's intense. It's really intense. Like it's hard too. It's difficult, but it was cool. It was very, very cool. And then the last one I tried was the Space Pirate Gunner. It's like an arcade shooter kind of thing. So the demo is very short. It just kind of gives you a glimpse of kind of like how it works and everything. Really neat though. Like that game's only $15. I'll probably eventually pick that up as well. Because at one point, like it's like, oh, grab behind your back and get your shield. I'm like, there it is.
That's
Holy
cool.
shit! Like there's a shield. Okay, put that back. Oh, now I got my gun back. Awesome. Like this is really neat. Wireless is just like huge for this thing. Like it's incredible because one thing I forgot during everybody's golf, I took a big swing and I stepped forward and I yanked the cord out and I was like, damn it. I'm like, well, this is why the Oculus is kind of nice, especially for something like this where I'm golfing or whatever. That's where the other VR stuff. So that's why like even though the Quest is like a slimmed down version of like the PC versions of these games. You can't really tell though. Like they look great in that thing, and they play great. And
How do you feel about the form factor of the headset itself?
I think it's good. It's a little top heavy.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like the more you play it, the more you feel it. I have seen this thing online you can buy, but my boss actually my boss after trying it went out and bought it that day.
Oh, really?
But there's a thing you can put like a strap you can put at the top to kind of pull the weight back a little bit.
Oh, okay, like redistribute it?
You kind of redistribute it a little bit, so it's not so heavy like right here. So then it's like, oh, okay. So he's in the process of figuring out how to just make, because they're selling for like $20, and it's like he's trying to figure out how to just make one for cheaper. So if he makes that up,
I say,
right,
I was bungee cord, and you hook it into the front, you hook it into your back of your skull, and
Just jam right into that new $400 unit you just
God
bought.
forbid it snaps.
No,
while you
yeah.
play it.
you get one of the bungee cords with the rubber tabs on the hook.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that was our parents used.
Yeah.
They were just like waiting to take an eye out.
Yeah. Metal hooks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. Like I'm very happy with this purchase. The speakers are really nice. There's speakers right there by your ears, like so everyone could hear what's going on. But you can't. There are plugs, so you can plug in headphones as well. And then
I was carrying out. I had this sound on. I didn't have headphones in, and I was carrying on a conversation with you. I was carrying on a conversation with Melissa. Still, like I wasn't.
But you still felt immersed.
Yeah,
like you still
100%.
feel like you're in there and everything. So yeah, super impressive. I was shocked. Like I after they announced this, I was looking at it for like the couple weeks leading up to the release. I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's Oculus. Like I've never got a chance to actually own like an Oculus product or anything because I had my PC. I have to upgrade my video, at least my video card, and we're looking at it's quite a bit of money plus the Oculus on top of that and everything. Where this is like it's all in one. Yes. It's $400 for the 64 gigabyte, or you can get 128 for $500. It's a lot of money for only double the space. That's the only
There's
difference.
no micro SD, I assume, right?
No,
Okay.
no. Most of the games are 2.5 gigs or less. So it's like 64 gigs that's a lot of space.
Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, there's something you want, delete something. Like
Right.
I mean, it's not a big deal. These games are small, so you can re-download. No big deal. So yeah, super happy. And if you get a chance to try one, try it. I just say go buy.
I wish I never put it on. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. I wish I never put it on. All right. You got everything right?
Yep.
All right, what you playing?
Not that much. Just skipping over the usuals. I have two things I played.
Okay.
I played the Batman Arkham VR on PSVR finally, even though Stake loaned it to me like 6 months ago. So I went into it thinking like, because that was a launch release.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
My thought was like, okay, this is gonna be proof of concept type thing, tech demo type thing, and for the most part, the stuff you do is, but the story in that 1 hour game was actually really good.
Yeah.
I thought, and it's one of those things like more like that and the Telltale games, like more and more, like I'm seeing stuff like with Batman in particular that I've never seen before because I'm limited to like movies.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know, the movie stories or like, cartoons when I was a kid or something. So I thought the story was really good, really dark.
Oh yeah. Especially that like last like 10 minutes.
Did you play the Arkham games?
No.
They go to some places.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But yeah, especially the very last part. If you're claustrophobic, you might want to skip that part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets crazy.
But yeah, it's sitting
So
there
good,
like
though.
it's one of those things like you get there and you go up to the jail cell the cell the Joker's in and like come here, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, it's gonna be some kind of jump scare bullshit. And the camera's taking my picture. I'm like slowly leaning in, and then I back away, and then like everything just starts happening. I'm like, oh. But the other thing was like they give you like a brief tutorial at the start of the game. Like, hey, here's your gadgets. You have this analyzer thing. You have a batarang and a grapple gun.
Right.
And that's it. And then once you get into the game, it's like, all right, go.
Yep.
You need to figure out what to do. And like looking through the trophies at the end, like there's a whole bunch of stuff in the very first part that I didn't even bother fucking with because I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I'd get to go back to the Batcave. You don't. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. The price is $20. I'm not sure I'd pay $20 for an hour of game. Even though the story is good, the VR like interactivity aspect of it is pretty basic. I'd say $10 is maybe what I'd pay for that if I ever saw it on sale.
Sure.
If I ever saw it on sale for $10, I might pick it up just to do that extra stuff that I missed. I think.
Well, you get the, and then after you beat it once, you unlock the Riddler trophies too, and you can go back through it and find that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is neat.
But even like in the beginning, they have like all the like
there's a ton of
vials and
stuff.
tools and
Yep.
stuff there, and like you have no idea what any of it's for. They don't really tell you what any of it's for.
The file area is really cool because there's a lot of information about Batman and all the different characters and stuff, and it's really neat.
But yeah, if that ever goes on sale, I may pick it up again to give it another run through and try to do all that stuff
take
that I
time.
missed.
Yeah,
Smell
for
the
sure.
roses.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like this time it was like I was on a schedule. I had like an hour and 10 minutes between when I wrapped something up I was doing for the day, and I had like my kid to go to the doctor. I'm like, all right, how long? The beat says the story on this takes an hour. Let's see if we can knock it out.
Yeah.
And it took about an hour. I want to say it was like 57 minutes. I was in the headset, and I had like 5 minutes to spare when I was done at the end. But yeah, if you're just picking up a VR headset, $20 is a bit much of a pill to swallow for something as even with the extra stuff like on how long the beat says it takes like 2.5 hours. That more so I could justify a $20 price point, but like it's the same story you're going through just with finding some extra stuff. I'd say about $10 is what I'd be willing to pay for it at this point.
It's been 50. That's just me.
Well, where's your PSVR?
It goes on. Well, hey, now I got to think. I got to think about now. Like I was saying a couple shows ago, like if it goes on Black Friday sale for $150, I'm buying a PSVR. But now, I don't know what I'm doing.
And the other game I played was I bought Thief Simulator for the Switch. That game is it's a dumb game, but it's entertaining. I mean, you're sneaking around a house stealing shit. You get different wacky tools.
I got like a Payday vibe from it.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, there is no like if you get seen, you need to run or get caught. Basically, like you can't like crowbar someone upside the head and keep working. But yeah, it's there is a story in there, and this guy calls you on a phone and gives you stuff to do. Apparently, you owe somebody money, so they want you to do all these jobs.
It's not really a bad guy. You're a victim of circumstance.
Kinda. I'm pretty sure the reason you owe money wasn't like on the up and up to start with, but I mean, I wouldn't say you're a good guy.
Yeah, I would think not.
But there's like missions where it's like they start you off in like a tutorial house where it's like, hey, here, go here. You can use a crowbar to break the windows. Here, you can use a lockpick to get in the door. There's different gadgets you buy, like as you level up, you unlock different skills. It's fine for what it is. I think I paid maybe $15 for the game. Okay. There was like a launch day sale on it, and I'd already seen like videos of people playing it on PC. And like I said, the price at that point was like $15 or less. So what the hell? But yeah, that's like I can't really recommend one way or another on it. Go find a video online, and you'll be able to tell real quick whether or not it's up your alley. What you like if you see someone playing the game, that's what it looks like is Death. The lightning was death. What you see in a video is pretty much what you're going to experience playing the game. As far as porting to the Switch, those controls are really loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't give you any kind of aim assist type thing for when you're trying to highlight something and click on it. It's very, very, very jumpy using the analogs on the Switch. So I feel like they just directly ported from PC and they didn't really customize it too much to the Switch.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. So I finished Far Cry New Dawn.
Ooh.
So you had questions in terms of what I did.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Boom and boom.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah. There was not even a question. But
there was a brief question for the second boom.
agreed. I thought maybe here or there as well.
And then I remembered everything I've been through, and
Yep, 100%.
boom.
Yep. And
I have no context, but that's
yeah,
amazing.
so
That's amazing.
and that was done. That whole thing was done now.
Yeah.
So that was the last remaining piece of that faction.
Yeah.
So that all needed to go away in my mind. Anyway,
So the one thing that I thought, so when you're playing through the game, they talk about the sheriff, but they never say, or the deputy, whatever the hell you were in the fucking in New Dawn or whatever,
yeah,
5.
5.
They talk about him, but they never say what happened to him.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, they don't say directly what happened to him, but when you go into at the end of 5, you're in a bunker, right? It's Joseph Seed and the sheriff who is you, and you actually go back to that bunker during one of the missions, and if you look, there's a bunch of notes that you can find, and if you read them, and you'll piece together that the sheriff felt really over time the sheriff felt really bad about what happened to him, so Joseph Seed got to him over time because it's just Joseph Seed and the guy in there, and he manipulated him over time to make him feel bad about it.
Right.
And now he said he doesn't want to show his face anymore, so now he always wears a mask. So the sheriff is your companion guy.
That's what I thought. I was waiting for that reveal at the end.
They never explicitly say it, but he's
I was waiting for the reveal. What's that guy's name? Ghost or something?
Yeah, something like that. But he always wears a mask, and he is sworn to be by my side at all times. That's who it is. He's one of your companion characters in the new game.
That's what I thought was alluded to, but there was never the reveal.
Yeah, they never went full on this is it. But if you read all of those,
I did.
It has to be him. But I was not hot on the ending at all. I thought it was the two final battles. The one with the twins was actually pretty neat. I just kept like you said, they just kept disabling all my buddies, and I just kept calling them in. I used 7 of the 8 guys in that battle. Get in there, no, your turn, get in there. So that one was a good fight, but the very end, it's something it was just kind of just the classic. All right, now he's a demon bad guy, and you gotta take him down. And then the decision at the end, boom or no boom. I'll leave it at that. There's a piece after that, and that's the same no matter which way you pick. Because I looked up the other end, and it's the same way either way. So either decision you pick has no bearing on the actual outcome of the finality of the story.
That's kind of shitty.
Exactly. So I was like, this is kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I really thought because I watched the ending, I liked my ending.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that makes sense. That's cool. It's kind of it's a really that's a new beginning.
Yeah.
It's what happens? YouTube did. It was it's the same ending
Yeah.
and then I did a little reading on it, and then if you go back to where the last scene is that's the same either way. It's it was I felt it was kind of a cop out either way. So that was overall, I still really did like the game. And then again, if you like Far Cry, you can like this game because it's more of that. You get some really cool weapons when they got near the end of it. I really like the companion characters in this one too, even though they were very similar to the other ones. I missed not having the air support because you can in Far Cry 5 you can have 2 guys roll with you. And I would have one guy on the ground with me, and I would always have someone as air support, either a helicopter or a plane, air bombing people. And I kind of miss having that, but obviously it's post-apocalypse, and you only have one helicopter, and he wasn't there to do that. He was there to take me to Alcatraz. But once I finished the story, I was done. I did the same thing I did with Far Cry 5. Once I was done with that, I didn't clean up and mop up, and I didn't do any of that stuff. So
I didn't. If I was playing on console and if I was close to getting trophies, I may have. I played it on PC.
I threw 3 smoke bombs for no reason just to get a trophy. At the end, all right, bing, all right, cool, trophy. But yeah, so that's that. It's you like Far Cry, you're gonna like this game. Next, they had like a totally digital sale on PlayStation Network,
Yep.
and I picked up a couple games.
What'd you get?
I got Little Nightmares.
Oh yeah.
Little Nightmares is very similar to the Playdead games, Limbo and Inside, where it's kind of like you go from room to room and you got to figure out how to get out of each room to move on and progress. And there's usually fucked up things happening in the background and foreground and all this madness. The difference in this game is like you can actually move forward and back in the foreground and background as well. So it's not just left to right or right to left like the Playdead games. There's a little more depth to it. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's the best way to describe the game is like a mix of a Playdead game and a Tool music video because it's totally messed up. Everything's very gray and like and exaggerated. Like and you're playing this little presumably a child going through this, and it's really playing off of like childhood fears, like where everything just seems big, or you got to worry about the dark or tight spaces or weird sounds and mice and. Who's gonna feed me? Am I gonna get left alone? Like just like weird, and it's constantly playing off that throughout the entirety of the game. I did finish it. I got all the way to the end. I thought it was totally okay. I got it for $5. I felt like I got my $5 worth out of it.
Nice.
I finished in like 3.5 to 5 hours, depending on how much you die, which did happen a lot. Holy Lord! But just like this overall creepiness of because there's like 5 I think different worlds. But you're always in this one area, but there's 5 different like themes, and each theme has like something kind of chasing you or something in the world, and they're all just terrible, and terrible nightmarish things, and they're just hunting you down and whatever. But didn't really do anything like revolutionary. Like I said, Playdead is the king of that type of genre, and like you didn't feel like the level of like timing and detail, and I think because of 3D space, it makes it even tougher to do.
Sure.
As opposed to Playdead just going like horizontally. But yeah, I mean it was totally fine for $5. I'd totally get it just to see some of that stuff you got to do, and just to see like the characters they come up with. It's just disturbing. Speaking of disturbing, I bought A Plague Tale. Innocence.
I saw you playing that. I was excited to hear what you thought.
So I played the whole thing.
Oh wow!
So that
already?
tells you.
Holy shit!
All 10 hours of it. I already finished it. So. This game is like a 9-hour escort mission, which sounds terrible, but the way they do it is like I never really, because you're always so it's a girl and her little brother. The main story is that it's 14th century France during the plague, so it's just terrible death and just like corruption and just all kinds of just terrible things happening all over the place.
Sounds like modern
always.
Chicago.
Well, yeah, not as many rats, but rats. But
Plenty of death and corruption, though.
True. So you play a girl called Amicia. She is the daughter of like a lord of a town. So like there's like a well-known family. The little boy, his name is Hugo. He has some kind of sickness that basically has secluded him from the world. So he's never really gone out and about.
Bubble boy.
Kinda, without the bubble. And like his mother is really like doting on him, trying to find elixirs and potions, trying to cure him of this, or at least slow it down, whatever it is. Like again, you don't know it for a while in the game was happening. Then there's another faction called the Inquisition. The Inquisition is like the main big bad guy, and they come in and they just destroy everything, and they're trying to find Hugo, the boy.
Sure.
So as they're raiding your villa, you end up escaping. You see your father die. You see your mother die, and now is this Amicia and her little brother, who she's barely ever even like interacted with because he's been so put away. But he's like, we gotta go, we gotta get out of there. For the first third of the game, it's basically you just trying to get to safety. So they got the Inquisition guys, and it's very stealth oriented. So like you're trying. Art would actually hate this game because there's so much stealth. I'm sorry, I would not recommend this game for you at all. But
Thank you.
There's a lot of stealth because you're basically weaponless except for a sling, like a
Rock and a...
Yeah, exactly. So
like
that's pretty much that's
David and Goliath type
exactly.
sling.
So that's pretty much what you got. You can be pretty deadly with it too over time, especially with upgrades, and we'll get to that in a minute. But you're really trying to just avoid conflict as much as possible. So you got the dynamic of the sister and the brother who really don't know each other. That got thrown into this terrible situation, and they have to trust each other. And then you got the Inquisition who's trying to hunt you down, and then you have just the rats. There are rats everywhere, everywhere, like seas of them.
Yeah.
And if you touch them, they overswarm you and they kill you.
Okay.
And like the only
South
thing,
Park.
the only thing, to,
Yeah.
the only thing, the only thing to like push them off is light.
bastard.
The only thing to push them off is light. So you have different ways. You got like torches. Somebody have a torch. You gotta grab a torch and you shoot them off. I swear to God, every single time I shoot them off of something, there was like just a half-eaten corpse that got uncovered. It was one of those things. It was just like, man, like it's pretty wild. And then and the characters react to it. They're like, oh my God, and they're like, look away, Hugo, look away, don't look at it. So there's a lot of that going on. This game, so that's kind of the basic premise. Is the first third of the game, you're trying to get to safety. The middle third of the game, you're trying to figure out how to cure Hugo, and the last third of the game, I don't want to spoil. So it's really broken up that way, but the game is paced so amazingly because like there are like it doesn't sound like you do a lot, but there's a whole wheel of different things you can put in the sling and shoot. Like you have one where it's like basically like an acid a mixture that you throw at somebody with a helmet. So you throw it, hit him with the helmet, then I have a rock. Now I can hit him in the head with the rock and knock him out. So like they got that. They got ways to ignite fires. Got ways to extinguish fires. And I feel like every single time I did something for like the 9th or 10th time, I got a new ability or a new new gameplay mechanic I'd never seen before. So I was constantly getting fed new things to do in this world I was enjoying and was trying to progress through.
Yeah.
So not only does it reward you in ways of like the next story beat, which was I really did enjoy the story a lot all the way through to the end, and seeing just how the evolution of the relationship of Amicia and Hugo and the de-evolution of the world around you because the rats kept taking the rats and the Inquisition kept like taking over more and more of the spaces, and everywhere you went it was just like, what's gonna happen now and what terrible thing am I gonna see?
Nice.
So like it was I really did enjoy it. God, there's so much stuff I want to talk about. That's totally spoilers. I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's some of the things that are going to stick in my brain. You know, it's like those things I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
But, like, they definitely put you in some situations that, like, you wouldn't want to be in a regular situation, let alone things that are going to be attracting rats, like dead bodies and mass. Let's just say that.
Sure. Okay.
And there's one whole level where I think you're basically climbing over bodies the entire level.
Okay.
It's wild. It's definitely a thing. But yeah, so like I said, I played all the way through it.
Visually, that game's pretty impressive too, isn't it? It looked like it was
environmentally, yes.
Yeah,
the environments are amazingly detailed, and there's a lot to look at, and there's a lot of little corners. There's collectibles, and there's a lot of things to like dig into and find and world build and things like that. But like the people don't look all that great.
Okay.
And the animations definitely feel like indie single A type studio. So like it's one of those things where if like Sony Santa Monica did something like that, it would be like one of the most amazing looking things I've ever seen.
Right.
But the environments were really cool, and like the rats, like the way they would move and manipulate, and like you would see them, you just see like their eyes would glow, and you can just see them over the horizon, like, oh man, that's a lot, like like, and like how am I gonna get the hell am I gonna get across this? But yeah, so like. Like I said, that was like one of my kind of gripes was like some of the people were kind of off-putting and some of that was kind of off-putting. Some of the deaths were kind of cheap. I was just like, that's...
Yeah.
I tripped over a rat.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get all the way over there, and I tripped up just enough to get into the pile of rats. But like there's a lot of things I end up caring about in the game, not just those main characters, but as you're going along, as you're escaping and as you're trying to find sanctuary, you come across more characters that kind of become part of your group, and I really did care about that group by the time this was all said and done. But yeah, man, it was definitely good. Now,
cool.
People saying like game of the year type stuff, like 10 out of 10. I don't know about that.
Sure.
And also, like, I bought it pretty much full price at $50.
Okay. It's a little steep for that, yeah.
I mean, it's a 10-hour experience. You get some really unique stuff. I talked about at the very beginning of my rant here. I talked about how it was like, a 10-hour escort mission.
Yeah.
But Hugo never got in the way.
Okay.
He never helped either.
Okay.
But only he helped very rarely.
Yeah.
But he didn't ever get in the way because the whole thing is like you're always holding onto a hand or you're kind of huddled together. So like you're always moving as one.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel like I'm trying to manipulate, like get him to where I need him to be while I'm getting to where I need to be.
Yeah.
We were always moving in the same motion, which is a feat. But yeah, it's. I think again, if we did like a 1 to 10 scale, it'd be somewhere in the 8s. I think is where I would put it. So I definitely enjoyed it. I hate to end on a bad note because I really did enjoy it. Obviously, I played through the whole thing. In like 3 sittings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, man, like I said, the best stuff I can even talk about. So that's the struggle of doing this right now. So yeah, I'd say give it a minute. Wait for it to pop on some kind of sale because it's gonna be.
$30 or less is where kind of my sweet spot.
I
30
think
is the most I'll pay for it. 20 be like done.
Honestly, like I said, I don't recommend this game for art at all.
Yeah.
I would only recommend it to you just for like the aesthetic and just like the holy crap, I can't believe this is going on moments.
I was gonna say the stealth stuff is turning me off a bit to it, obviously, but everything else about it sounds so good.
Yeah,
it's like okay, I can maybe battle through that stuff to get. Because I really want to experience.
The game really is like it's like a quarter stealth. And then like a half exploring, or it's like okay, I'm taking that. It's like a quarter stealth, a quarter just running because it's too late, and you have these. It's almost like Uncharted type moments where it's just like you just gotta just run, and then you gotta jump and mantle and get underneath and let's go, and we gotta separate and they're coming. So like there's a little bit of that. So you got like the high action too. And then you got there's a quarter of exploration and a quarter dealing with the rats. So that's what I'm saying too. Like just because like every single time I was about sick of doing something, I did something different. And then when I came back to the thing I was kind of sick of, I had a new ability or a new character that I cared about or who could help me.
Yeah.
And it felt different. So like I never got sick of anything I was doing. So that's why that was really the beauty of the game for me was that. Oh, and the score was amazing.
Cool.
That's all I got to say about that.
That was a lot.
I know it's kind of. If we were doing this, 4 weeks from now, it'd be
a breakout.
But like honestly, yeah. It's definitely worth your time. $50 seems a little steep for that. But I'm glad I did it. Steak, what's going on the next couple weeks?
All right, let's do some of the big ones here. May 30th, Outer Wilds for PC and Xbox One. May 30th,
not Outer Worlds.
Not Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds. May 31st, PixArk for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. On June 4th, Persona Q2, New Cinema Labyrinth for Nintendo 3DS. I believe that it might be the final 3DS game, if I'm not mistaken. At least the final
Last hurrah.
big one. Yeah. Also on June 4th, Warhammer Chaos Bane for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And on June 6th, Slay the Spire for Nintendo Switch. If you guys don't remember, that's that roguelike deck building game that was shown off during one of the indies. It actually looked pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good things about that.
It looked really cool. And then, let's see, Xbox expiring, PlayStation expiring, of course. What the heck? It's the final week. We don't have the new stuff yet. But Xbox Game Pass, some more games came out this month. The rest of this month and into the beginning of June. So on May 23rd, Metal Gear Survive and the Banner Saga. On May 29th, this one's the one I'm super excited for, Void Bastards.
Yeah,
that's that game they showed off that's kind of Borderlands, or not, Bioshock-like, but with like a cartoon. Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks awesome. I'm excited to try that one out.
Might actually have to power on my Xbox.
Yeah. May 30th, Dead by Daylight and Outer Wilds. So that's the same day on Game Pass there for that one. And on June 6th, Full Metal Furies, The Banner Saga 2, and Super Hot.
Game's so good. Super Hot, so good. Extra.
It's time for the news. I have 2 items for the news. Steak has 1 item.
Better go get that.
First item, Sony and Microsoft are teaming up. Just leave it at that.
Not PlayStation and Xbox.
No.
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft.
I know what I said.
I'm just clarifying for the people.
So, a quote from an article on The Verge. Microsoft and Sony unveiled a surprising partnership that will see the companies collaborate to develop future cloud solutions for game and content streaming services. While both companies have spent more than 15 years battling it out over PlayStation and Xbox sales, Sony is now looking to Microsoft's vast cloud experience to help power its existing and future streaming services, and Microsoft is teaming with a rival to fend off a far larger gaming threats. General consensus is that they're working together to combat Google Stadia. Also, there was a report out there that this news caught a whole bunch of the PlayStation staff off guard.
Yeah, and but this is I haven't wrapped my mind around this one yet.
We need more info still. Like I think
don't-
that's the big thing about
exactly. I don't know what are we just like buying server space?
Yes.
Okay, so like
Server space, and I think they'll be working together to optimize the usage, whatever.
Which, if I was the PlayStation crew, would be like, thank God.
Well, you can't do Google because that's number 2, right? You can't do Google. They've been trying. I guess they tried to deal with Amazon and like whoever they couldn't come to an agreement.
Yeah.
No, PlayStation, like the PlayStation Network is hosted on Amazon.
It is not.
That came out like during all this, which I never knew.
Huh.
I know.
Which you move all your shit over to Microsoft then because
Because this is actually good for
a big part of
PlayStation,
this, like a reason why they're looking to work with these other companies is, as I've said a dozen times on this, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon are the big 3 cloud hosting providers. And the reason they're working with them is to help streaming and latency and stuff. It helps to have a data center near the users.
Right.
Less data traveled over the wire is going to lead to less latency. So you need to work with one of those big 3 because they have data centers everywhere. And I didn't know they had been working with Amazon on the PlayStation Network. If so, Amazon's failed.
I was like, that's
Sony.
terrible.
Because
that's shocking. Then
we live a short distance from a major metropolitan area,
right.
And PlayStation downloads suck.
I said
You download. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll
see you tomorrow.
Yeah, totally didn't know. I downloaded the Plague's Tale. Plague Tale. I can't remember Plague's Tale, like it's Lucky's Tale.
Right.
Plague Tale. And I was just like, it's 7 gigabytes, man. Like I know it's not like
it's not that big.
It's not an MP3.
It's not that
but
bad.
Like my God,
yeah.
like, come on.
On PlayStation Network, it's grueling.
And then like I went and downloaded all like the Game Pass games I want to game. It was just like
oh God, oh yeah.
Like I'm at like 30 megabytes a second.
Oh yeah,
just flying.
On my internet, I get 150 megabytes a second. I get games like that on beautiful. Xbox. It's amazing.
Yeah, more of that.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, my the first thing I read about that, they're like future cloud services, and my thought was move PlayStation Network over there and get some consult with Microsoft, not necessarily Xbox, Microsoft.
Well, right? Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing. Like when people see this headline, everyone sees it unless you're investing. Everyone sees it in the spectrum of gaming.
Right.
Xbox and PlayStation are teaming together. No, they're not.
No.
And afterwards, like Phil Spencer came out and made a statement like, we're looking forward to working with them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Which, and the thing is, like, people are like, oh, it's the rivals are working together. It's business. Yep. Sony's going to have to pay someone for that server space because they do not have their own infrastructure.
Who's it going to be?
Right, and apparently they've already tried Amazon. You can't do Google if you're trying to compete with them.
Right.
And so Microsoft's the next best option. And for all we know, they went out and compared prices and talked business with all of them, and Microsoft was the one that had the best package offer. So, I think it'll be interesting going forward. I'm hoping it leads to more collaboration between them, or at least cooperation. If not collaboration, cooperation.
Right.
Right.
Cross-play, cross-save would be nice.
Oh yeah, I would say that would be amazing. I mean, cross-play definitely should be able to be a big thing now.
Right. And Dauntless, the game that just came out, has the first game to launch with a cross-play between PC, Xbox,
and so far, I hear it's
PlayStation.
going very well.
It had like a massive user base immediately.
It was crazy.
I don't know how it's going to sustain or not, but
Yeah.
Right.
either way.
That's all I got to say about that. The next one just came out in the past day or two. Ubisoft, in their Uplay store, they leaked a Ubisoft Pass Premium subscription service. It was just a placeholder in the store, didn't have a price or anything, but it was there, and Ubisoft store is pretty common with the leaks.
Yes, they are.
They recently leaked the new Ghost Recon before it was announced.
Yep.
With the same thing, it showed up in the store without a price or a way to purchase or anything.
If that is the what's the EA version of that called?
EA Access.
If it's an EA Access at the same price for Ubisoft games, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay with that. Like I
$30
will jump all over
Hell
that.
yeah,
Actually.
$30 for a year on Ubisoft
Yeah.
games. Hell yeah.
And then Steak wanted to talk about Pokemon announcements.
Yeah, so there was
Pokemans.
so there was a press conference in Tokyo actually today, right before this, which is I was recording.
Finally.
We actually got something like the day of. It's amazing. So just a few quick announcements. Detective Pikachu is going to be wrap up. It's the first game's on the 3DS. The wrap up's going to be on the Switch. They announced, which is amazing. Sucks for people that have a 3DS that don't have a Switch yet, but hey, go buy a fucking Switch. Just do it.
Guy drops $400 on a VR headset. Just telling people to go out and buy Switches. Money's
dropping $400 on a headset. The Switch is dirt cheap then, all right? There you go.
You got the Labo VR sitting right there.
Yeah, I do.
Why do you need
How many VR headsets do you need?
Unbuilt.
How many phone VR headsets do you have?
I know, right?
Answer the question.
Yeah, I know.
Notice he didn't answer the question.
That's a great
ladies
question.
and gentlemen
No.
of the jury.
If he had a computer that would run it, how many would you have? Both Oculus and Vive?
No, there's no way. 'Cause those are so expensive.
the
Both
Vive,
of them
you
are so
would.
expensive.
And the Vive.
And they've been around for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd have them by now.
Possibly over
Well, you
time,
have
I may
the
have,
what's
but
that new the Steam one?
Oh, I don't know.
well, there's the Vive Index. That's
Index.
that's grand, ridiculous. Yeah. But I give them credit. They did come out and say this is the luxury VR. Like we know people are not going to be buying this.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Detective Pikachu 2, the next one though, we'll wrap up on the Switch, which is awesome because I never got a chance to play the other one because I already had my 3DS was gone, so I would like to check that out. They have a cloud-based service coming called Pokemon Home. On the Nintendo 3DS, there's the Pokemon Bank. On Nintendo Switch, there's it's basically be a home for all your Pokemon, so you can transfer them to different games. There's also going to be some kind of social media functionality that they haven't announced. They weren't ready to talk about yet. But at Nintendo 3DS, the Pokemon Bank. For the Nintendo Switch, the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Sword and Shield is going to be part of this, and Pokemon Go as well. So it's all going to be housed in one big thing. I know they charged for the Pokemon Bank, so I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of price according to with this. Then they announced a new game called Pokemon Sleep, which is basically, from the vibe I got, is going to be... it's being developed by the same people that did the Magnacarp Jump game that was on mobile. I don't know if you played that. No. Me and my buddy Mike, the first couple days it came out, we played the hell out of this game. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it was stupid. It's so addicting that we played the hell out of it. But basically, they didn't really get into too much details yet of this. The vibe I got is going to be kind of like a Pokemon Go, but in your sleep.
I'll say I read like a 2-line like synopsis of what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's like a sleep tracker that they somehow turn into a game.
Yes. So basically, it's gonna So somehow it's gonna be like the way they advertise it too is like this is gonna give you a reason that you want to wake up. It's like, oh my god, what? Like, holy shit! Like, okay, let's echo that. Like, that's kind of intense.
I mean, I'm sorry if your life's that rough that you need this to make you want to wake up, but
right. But
maybe go seek help.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
I know a person.
I'm curious to see what this is actually going to be all about. But to celebrate in Pokemon Go right now, you're actually be able to go find and capture sleeping Snorlaxes throughout the world right now, which is kind of a neat little thing. And then Nintendo also came out shortly after they announced that to announce the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. Talk about laziness. So the Pokemon Go Plus, do you remember that? It was like a little thing.
Yeah, like
little dongle that you put on your thing and it connected to your phone and everything like that. Well, this is Pokemon Go Plus Plus. It's another little thing that you put next to that you put in your next to your pillow while you're sleeping.
Does the Pokemon Fairy come and give you $5 for it or something?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna take this off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
What's a tooth fairy pay these days?
Oh God, I better find that out soon.
Yeah, you better find it out soon. I better find it out soon.
I was like, you're getting into that now. I mean, for us, it was like what, $1?
Yeah, it was $1
tooth. Yeah.
I think maybe for my first tooth, I got $5.
Yeah, maybe first one was $5, and then everyone after that was like $1. Yeah.
But inflation. So
right.
30 years. $1.25 maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Well, the thing is, like, my kid hasn't lost any teeth yet, but he's heard about it from someone at school because he's trying to stick random shit under his pillow and thinking he's going to get something for it. Like there was one day he had like a little card that came with like a Happy Meal toy from McDonald's. He's like, I'm gonna put this under my pillow. I'm like, all right, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And he like checked in the morning. He's like, it's still a card. I'm like, yeah. What were you expecting? But yeah, I don't know what Pokemon is trying to do.
I don't know. So
I've never been in the Pokemon thing. I don't pretend to understand what they're doing.
I love Pokemon, but sometimes they go too far. This might be one of those cases. We'll see. It comes out in 2020 sometime, so they're not. It was basically like, hey, we're this is coming. This is all. That's all the info we have right now.
Here's the thing: if this game catches on and takes off, everyone will buy that shit.
Well, absolutely. And then what was the name of the company? NetEase. That's the internet gaming company, and like that's super huge in Korea and China. They're the same people that are doing that Diablo mobile game.
I don't know.
Okay, I want to say it's NetEase. I might be wrong, so don't kill me on that. But they came out and they're finally bringing mobile games to China. So they're bringing Pokemon Quest over to China with some exclusive like PvP and social stuff, which I'm guessing eventually will come to the current Pokemon Quest stuff. And then they announced a new phone game called Pokemon Masters. It looks like it's going to be a very focused 3v3 kind of focused game. Like they showed off Misty and from that's one of the main characters from the original Pokemon. And I don't know that it's supposed to come out sometime the calendar year of 2019. They said so sometime this year. That's all they showed off. They showed off a very short clip, and it was very short, not much. Like quick thing of the battle system, which looks like it's basically 3 Pokemon here, and you pick what you want them the move you want and which a Pokemon to attack. So I don't know what aspect, but again, it is a phone game. My guess is going to be free to play with the whole crazy bullshit like usual. Much like the I forgot to talk about this earlier. I got into the Mario Kart beta on the Android, and I was playing that, and it's just like any other free to play mobile game. Where here's a couple characters. Oh, you want to race? Here's some gold coins. Here's some emeralds. Use the emeralds to fire off the pipe to get a new item, like whether it be tires or a new hood, like a flying thing. So my guess is this will probably have some aspects like that as well, like all mobile games do. So
did they?
We'll see.
Dive into any more depth on Sword and Shield?
They didn't. They announced this earlier, but they said again June 5th there's going to be a direct. So June 5th at 6 a.m. Pacific time, which is crazy early there. So that's 8 a.m. Central and 9 a.m. Eastern. So June 5th, and they said it's going to be about 15 minutes long for Sword and Shield.
June 5th. That's like what, a few days before E3 starts?
That's a week. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It's basically 1 week before their actual E3 Nintendo Direct. Yeah, so my guess, Tuesday. So basically based on that, I would assume no Pokemon during the E3 Direct since they're doing a 15-minute Direct ahead of time. I'm assuming we're getting like a date, more info. I mean, this is like the big thing. Okay, they probably have so much to focus on in that Direct that they're like, okay, we're going to take Pokemon out, do it as its own thing. And then because we got all this other shit to talk about in their Direct, which
hopefully that'd be good.
Leading into E3.
Now, can you just do everything I missed? Can you start from?
Nope.
Okay.
You can download the podcast when it comes out.
All right. So
you're very concerned.
I am very concerned.
To be completely honest, it was mostly mobile. A lot of mobile stuff. So
never mind.
So you're good.
It could have been next generation console, and you wouldn't care.
Yeah.
All right. So the 4th annual E3 predictions. So the way we do this, we all come up with 5 predictions of what's going to happen during E3. Excuse me. And then we rank them in terms of confidence. The thing you're most confident in gets a 5. The thing you're least confident in gets a 1. And then we tabulate scores at the end of it. We haven't had any real disagreements yet on any of these in 3 years, so I'm waiting for that to happen at some point. We never had a tie, so we haven't had to figure that out.
Came close.
Came real close.
Just remember, stake everyone wins.
It really is the best year. This will be the best year of our life.
Although mine might not be as extreme this year because we are in a really weird spot.
I was just going to say that. Like honestly, like this year has been the
hard.
Toughest one.
Yeah,
and I feel like I got the
Sorry, allow me to get into.
Oh God! I quit.
The only thing you're missing is the $1 Million Man belt. You need
my God! Yes, you need the Ted DiBiase belt.
I looked into it. I'm not paying $400 for a belt.
Oh my God!
How much?
It's like $400 for.
Ooh, shit.
We need to get some more YouTube revenue. And then more than 12 cents of what we've earned.
Oh my god.
You look good, I'm not going to lie.
You really do.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, there was another part of this wardrobe, but would have been too fat guy, little coat. So I just chucked it down the basement stairs and rolled with this.
You look good. So Art is cocky because he won the last 2 years. I won the first year, and it wasn't for
You were really close last year.
goddamn Death Stranding. If it was,
Yeah, Death
if
Stranding
Death Stranding
screwed you.
would have had any kind of date, like 2020, anything, I would have had a perfect year. Instead, I lost by 1.5 points.
You're gonna be a year late on that date.
Yeah, no,
It's,
yeah,
'cause
exactly.
it's coming
a year.
tomorrow.
I think so too. All right. So, champ's choice. Do you want to go first? Do you want to go last? Or do you want to go second for some weird reason?
Hmm.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
Wait.
Last year we did a thing, too, where it's like, if you one up somebody else's prediction, you can steal it. Are we doing that or no?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right, carry on.
I think there was only one.
didn't even do it.
Like I don't
think
even think we
there was
really.
any.
So
We didn't even do
honestly,
none.
unless like you really feel the need, like I mean, if you really feel like you can, then go for it. But otherwise, yeah, we'll
Fair
just
enough.
whatever. And you can do it once. How about that?
Fair
You can do it once if you do it.
I love it.
Cool.
All right. First, second.
Looks like he's going. This
You did your actual glasses back on?
No, I'm
So-
good.
is what you get for wearing your sunglasses inside.
Listen, I shine so bright that I need to protect myself. Let me get some sunburn over here.
I listened to a fantasy football podcast called the Spitball. They call the fantasy. I showed you the fantasy footballers, and they always put like every once in a while they put like the hater blockers on. That's exactly what it looks like
That's
right
awesome.
now.
All right, first one. Xbox will talk about next gen. It may be nothing more than what they did with Project Scorpio. Like, hey, here's specs.
Right.
So if they have a name or a date or specs, do you lose this one then? Because you're saying they're going to be very vague with it.
No, are you
saying
saying
talk
like
up-
it might be just like how they did the Scorpio,
It
like
might-
the first year?
I'm saying they will talk about it.
But if they give specifics, you lose.
No, they're still talking about it.
Yeah, that's it. They're still talking about it. Yeah.
Are you going to steal?
You could steal this and say like if they're going to talk more in depth, could be your steal. Because I agree. I'm just trying to. I just don't. That's my problem though. Is I just don't know to what extent. Because right here I put new Xbox actually shown.
That would be a steal.
Yeah.
That's more specific if you
Yeah,
want it.
but I don't. But I wasn't very. That was my last thing, so I wasn't very confident in that.
No.
Okay.
That's
All right.
So here's my logic behind it. Just that Sony's already come out and give this information.
Right.
Microsoft has the eyes of the world on them.
Oh, absolutely.
The big press conference everyone's looking for in this one is Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're-
100%.
everyone has their own, but all eyes are on Microsoft.
This could be the biggest one
they,
yet,
They
ever.
have to come out and
I
at
think it has to
least
be.
match what Sony's revealed so far.
Agreed.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Let's see who goes next.
I still think they're going to do like a separate event for the full-on reveal, release date.
So this is like next gen.
Like here, hey, we're working on our next console. Here's what our specs are like. Maybe they give here's Project Scarlet, not the official name,
Right.
But they reference what everyone's known it as. Like,
What if they give you the official name? Do you lose? I think you do because that's two different things.
I'm saying they'll at least do this. I'm not saying they can't do more.
I was going to say, no, I agree. Because then your steal would be like, no.
Well,
you know
okay,
what?
Mine
They're
with a name. Like
with a
his-
name, it would
okay.
be your steal, basically.
fine.
Yes, they're going to talk next gen with the actual name of it. That would be your steal then.
They're talking next gen. They're gonna give. They're
But
gonna
that's
give.
very specific. Then you have to have
Right.
that has to happen
Right,
for
right.
you. Then,
Okay.
yeah.
I got you. Okay.
They're gonna give at least some hardware details.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Right.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Damn it. Rock always wins. So
If you
you
smell.
Do you want to go second or do you want to go third?
Are we doing snake?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll go third.
Man in the middle. Let me pull it up. I probably should have done that a while ago. All right. All right, I'm breaking this one out early. Because I regret if I would have said Remedy is going to be on PlayStation 3 or PlayStation stage last year, I would have had it. Rocksteady showing up on Microsoft stage.
God, I hope so.
Here's why.
Jesus.
Where else are they gonna show?
yeah. Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
We're not showing up at all.
Right, I know.
Like
that's,
always.
I know
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the alternative.
So here's my logic behind that. The last two E3s, they come out with some kind of tweet like, "Hey, we're not ready to show anything yet.
Right.
We're not going to be ready for it." Greg Miller has been completely silent in terms of like, "Hey, Rocksteady, we can see your game and everything." And he's like,
he knows.
He's inside of them.
And they had Judges Week already, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yep.
So I really think
okay.
Last week, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Rocksteady's going to show up
Okay.
on Microsoft stage.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
You're up, sir.
Before I add mine, because I'm not going to steal it, and Art's not going to steal it because it's officially my turn. Do you want to add a hype moment of what do you think it's going to be?
No, like a year ago, they had that Harry Potter thing leak, and that looked legit.
God, dude, if that's it,
I
would blow my mind.
Hype level 1, the Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
Hype level 2, new Batman game.
Yeah.
I think they're faking everybody out.
Sticking with Batman?
Doing
Yeah.
Arkham
What?
something.
Yeah.
So
Hype level 3.
Yeah.
were they the studio for the longest time? People are like, they're working on something. It's not Batman. It might be Superman.
Everyone thought it was
What
Superman.
if it's
What if-
going to be superhero, like DC
Yeah,
hero?
yeah.
Where in
Yeah.
your hype scale would like a Justice League game fall?
I don't know.
Fuck.
But like,
Gotta be something.
it depends on what it is. Like honestly,
Well,
like
yeah,
if
yeah, right.
if they can do an Arkham level game, but have like Justice League characters, but I don't know how you would have that much detail for all those different types of characters because they all, their powers are just so radically different. I don't know how they would do it. I would be more hyped for just a standalone, another new Arkham game than a Justice
Sure,
League
you would.
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to punch this out of the gate right now.
Let's do it.
Doing it.
do you got?
You know it's coming, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a date. Episode 1 is getting a date.
Oh my goodness gracious! I also realized I probably should.
I had that on my list.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Episode 1 will get a date. Because they already confirmed that it is still episodic.
Date?
So,
A window?
date.
Don't let him fool you.
Specific date.
I didn't say. Date.
Well, I'm at least a window, a year. Like how low down are you going on this?
A month and a date.
Okay.
Okay. Next city. Sorry, I gotta rewrite these down because I totally.
Oh,
didn't have a notepad.
And my hype moment for this, which has kind of already been kind of rumored, but this would be amazing, is a demo that drops during E3 for PlayStation Plus members. And I'm not putting this as my actual date, but my date.
Well, your hype
My hype date
moments
is
are not part of the actual
No, it is
prediction.
not. Is November 2019.
Ooh, man.
That would blow my nuts off. After that
my
trailer,
God.
I need that like tomorrow. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. Next prediction. Resident Evil 8 is announced.
Let me take that one off my list. Very good. No, not part of your prediction. That's hard stop. So, what do you think it's gonna be like?
Hype moment. January 2020, like they've been doing.
Ooh, all right.
We should all strive to be more like steak.
That's true. That's fucking true.
I love the shit out of E3. I love this shit. I don't care if it keeps getting smaller. I still love it. High moment, January 2020. It will not be like 7. It will not be VR.
Okay.
I don't think. Even though that was successful, I would not be surprised if maybe we get a potential different Resident Evil VR game. That wouldn't surprise because they did do so well.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't totally surprise me. But I think this is going to go back. We're going to get like a good RE2 vibe from it, basically,
that.
which would be amazing.
Very cool with that. All right. Man. All right. Let's stick with Microsoft. Microsoft will announce 5 or more first-party games.
Holy shit.
I don't know. In what extent, I don't know.
Okay.
But 5 or more first-party games will be announced.
Announced. So that means that Gears 5 and Halo Infinite do not count.
New
correct?
announcements.
Okay.
Stuff
New
we haven't heard of
announcements. Got
before.
it. Okay.
New,
Okay.
not necessarily new IP. But
Well, no, right. But new announced
first-party
games that have not been announced before.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Huh?
Yep. Cool.
At least 5.
Damn, that's a lot. That'd be amazing, though. I mean, don't get me.
I
Hey,
really
that'd
think
be
it'd be like-
incredible.
Like, they'd be like, all right, We're doing this.
Phil Spencer just walks out, unzips.
He keeps taking off the T-shirts. Yeah. All these different games. Just keeps taking them off.
And his last shirt is this one.
Yeah.
For anyone listening to audio, I'm wearing a T-shirt that says winner.
Yeah. Forgot we got plenty of audio listeners.
Yeah. I had a wardrobe change in the middle of the show.
No one wants to go to challenge me and do 6 or more. We can do like
No,
we can do
'cause
we can do name that tune.
No, I feel like 5 is high, but that would be great though.
So how many like?
I don't disagree with you though. I don't. I really don't.
All right, number 2. We're not doing these in order of confidence, right? We're gonna figure it out later.
We always figure that out at the end. Yeah. I guess I want to make sure I get my pick in.
Borderlands 3 at Xbox. They've already said they're going to be at E3. They're announcing something.
Oh,
Where the hell is that?
on
Yeah,
stage at the conference?
Okay. That makes sense.
What else you got?
What if they show up at Nintendo? That'd be awesome.
I mean, if you want to make that your next prediction.
Hype moment. Hype moment 12. Hype moment 12 first party games.
So, kind of hype moment, something I read somewhere and has been corroborated nowhere else. Someone apparently has a reputable rumor mill with Gearbox that they're going to announce a Borderlands 2 DLC that ties into Borderlands 3.
That too, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think, yeah.
I would lose my shit if it did.
Oh, my, that would be crazy.
Because all I need is another excuse to get back into Borderlands.
Number 3.
Let's see if I'm going to stray away from Microsoft here. Yes, I am going to stray away from Microsoft. Square Enix finally shows the Avengers. Whatever their Avengers project is.
Yep. They
finally show it after whatever logo show they did like 3 years ago.
That teases, and then they just teased last week. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Mike's got a finger on his mouth. He's either thinking of his next one or he's thinking of stealing.
I'm thinking of stealing.
Ooh.
I don't like how general all yours are. All this bullshit.
I need some specifics to it. Steal from the winner.
I know.
Don't give him the easy
or
win.
Or take like something. The way if I steal it from him though is like I have a more like precise announcement.
Yeah.
Then you just put it with another general right behind it.
Yeah. I think, damn it.
Yeah. All right.
I think there needs to be consensus agreement that who you steal with is more precise than the previous thing.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me get away from Microsoft here. I got 3 more to go.
It's hard to get away from Microsoft since they're like the big one this
year.
year.
That's why I'm most like.
And the fact that Sony hasn't said anything yet. It's like, are you even doing anything? Yeah, right. Give us a 5-minute state of play.
They might still throw
They drop it like as the Xbox conference.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, we're glad to be in business with you guys. Here we go.
Yeah, here's our new console.
Here's The Last of Us 2 release date.
Yeah.
This year. Watch Dogs 3 announced.
Let's see here.
This is the movement of me crossing something off my list.
Good.
All right. Time for me to make my way over to the Xbox as well.
Time for you to stake it up.
That's right. 5.
I already did that one.
That exact number.
5 new games will be announced for Game Pass.
If it's more than 5, do you lose?
5. Exactly 5. I don't do over unders.
This is not how you play this game. I want to beat you, but let me help you with some strategy here. At least 5.
I like to be precise. 5.
Okay.
Next one.
Let's see here. And my hype moment for that.
Wait, hold on a second. These 5 new games will be released like that day?
It's announced.
Announced for Game Pass. Not necessarily that day. 5 new games. And my hype moment for that will be, for you people out there, Far Cry New Dawn.
Not bad.
I can't get a platinum trophy off that.
Yeah. All right, let's switch gears again. Let's go to Nintendo. I haven't done Nintendo yet. Let's do Nintendo.
Nobody's done Nintendo.
Animal Crossing will get a date.
A specific date?
We'll get an actual date. I
that
don't know what it is, but it'll be an actual date.
It better be this year.
I was saying not committing you to this, but next year.
Well, last year they said 2019. My hype moment is September. Not exact date, but September is my hype moment. It's coming very, very quickly.
I feel like if they're willing to get as specific as September, they'll have an exact date.
Yeah, because I mean,
You don't have an exact date.
let me be honest. It's Animal Crossing. I've played other Animal Crossing games. They're all quite similar. They just usually add or subtract and things and stuff like that, but they all kind of have the same gameplay and all that good stuff. So
so
they
like
could
Madden.
totally do kind of. So they could totally pull off a September.
Just they take multiple years to implement their annual features.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do I want to win?
Well, we know I won't. So you guys, again, if I win, everyone wins. But
All right. I think Nintendo's going to announce a new Paper Mario game.
oh my God, please, that would be amazing.
It's been
It's time.
multiple years.
And the last one was terrible on the 3DS. It's time.
Art 4 and 5.
4 and 5, eh? I think next year we need to implement a rule that you have to use at least 3 different conferences or something.
I agree. Now that I'm going to be going.
Well, now I'll say we'll have to figure it out.
Meh. Well, there may not even be conferences next year the way this is going.
Yeah.
You know what? There doesn't need to be an E3 or conferences. Just everyone do your thing in like the same 4-day span.
Yeah.
Do your own thing. I'd be fine with that.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep.
Because I'm not there, so I'm just
Exactly.
watching all the internet.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
streaming everything anyway.
Microsoft will show at least 2 games from the studios they acquired last year.
Is that what I already had on there, though?
You said 5 new games. That could be...
5 new first-party games.
All right, I'll do something else. It's fine. Really don't care.
Good.
I have other ones. Cyberpunk 2077 gets at least a release quarter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Release.
God, I hope so.
If
Oh my God.
If it's an exact date, you lose.
I said at least a release quarter. If they say 2020, I lose.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Right. It was just a year. Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I'm just
yeah.
trying to fuck with you. Okay, last one. Number 5.
Oh, shit, it's me again.
It is still you, yes, sir.
Fortunately, this time I actually have a list long enough that you said isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, right.
Doesn't really fuck me over.
Not gonna lie. I have so many more on here that no one's saying.
I got
This is
3.
great.
Yeah, I got 3 right now.
It's a good year.
Yeah, I suppose this is kind of... That's not really the same, but... I don't feel like getting into that again. All right, so now I'm down to 2. One of these is more realistic, but one of these is more fun.
Woo! You know which one I voted for.
Yeah, that's-
Come on, winner. Take a chance.
No, I don't think I'll do
Take
that.
a hype moment.
Fuck it. Don't know where. Konami's going to announce a new game.
Whoa.
Oh man, wouldn't that be something?
And I don't mean like a Castlevania package. Like
Well,
an
no,
actual
like
game.
a legit. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot to talk about that. I did buy the anniversary collection. A lot of fun. If you like the old games, go buy it. I have it on Switch.
I talk so much too. I didn't want to get into.
Yeah.
I watched all of Raising Kratos, the documentary.
Oh,
we'll talk
nice.
about that next. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. All right. I did a bunch of new game announcements. Let's do something different. Microsoft will announce that all their games that are on Game Pass will be part of their streaming platform. So they can stream all the Game Pass games. I know that's going to start next gen or sometime soon. But all Game Pass games will be able to stream on their Project Cloud, whatever.
That makes sense.
I would say the only way I see that not happening is if they
Some kind
don't.
of
If they
agreement thing,
well, no,
I
if they don't talk about Project Cloud, Project X Cloud.
They will. They're
I think
totally
it's gonna- I
going.
think
They're
it's gonna
It's gonna be a big part of it
I agree.
because that actually was one of my potentials here. Let's see. I got
Got nothing.
2 I'm deciding between. Do I continue to have fun? Or do I have one that actually might give
Why
me
stop
something?
now?
Something that might actually give me points.
This is like, hey, I went to the casino with $1,000. I'm down to 50. Do I put that 50 in and try to get some back and have some more fun, or do I pocket it and go home?
You don't know if he's going to take
You
you.
know, I don't go home. I'll go home with nothing. All right, here's a fun one. It's kind of goes into with yours a little bit, but not really. Conquer returns to Xbox in some form. I don't know what that means, but in some way, Conquer returns to Xbox.
I like it. All right. Let's review our 5. And then we'll start picking confidence. Art says, and correct me if I got any of this like wrong or construed or something.
Sure.
Xbox Next Gen talk with some kind of specs.
Yes.
Okay. Borderlands 2 at Borderlands 3 on Xbox stage.
Yes.
Square Enix shows the Avengers.
Yes.
Cyberpunk release quarter at least.
Yes.
Konami announces a new game.
Yes.
I have Rocksteady on Microsoft stage announcing their new game. At least 5 first-party games gets announced. Watch Dogs 3 announced.
5 new first party.
5 new first-party games gets announced. Yes. New new Paper Mario game and all Game Pass games will be on the stream. Stake has Final Fantasy VII, the first chapter, or whatever the hell they're calling it, will have a month.
Episode 1.
Whatever.
Disc 1. Let's just call it Disc 1.
Sure. Resident Evil 8 will be announced. To be exactly 5 new games for Game Pass.
That's right.
Animal Crossing a specific date, and Conquer will return to Xbox in some way, shape, or form. All right. Art, how's your confidence feeling about these?
Xbox Next Gen's 5. Borderlands is 4. Cyberpunk 3. Avengers 2. Konami 1.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Very good. Steak. What's your confidence?
Oh man. This is always the hard part for me.
I'll give you a ton of things. I'll go through.
All
right. Watch Dogs 3, I think, is a mortal lock. So that gets to 5. At least 5 first part. No confidence that we're going to get screwed up here. I think
Your confidence is screwed up because
it
you're
really
the
is.
winner.
I'm full tilt right now. All Game Pass games gets to 4. 5 first party games gets to 3. New Paper Mario gets to 2. Rocksteady on Microsoft gets to 1. I feel good about that, but not super good about that. All right, Steak.
All right. Here we go. This is going to be a shock. All right. Final Fantasy VII gets a 5. Resident Evil 8, we're going to give the 4. The 3, I'm going to actually give to Animal Crossing Dated. The 2 to Conquer. And the 1 to 5.
Very good. There it is.
Is the 1 to 5 like just because you
Just because I put an exact number. Son of a bitch, if it's 5. Like, I'm going to go so mad.
All right. Okay, which ones did you guys share?
Okay, so the other one I crossed off because I figured it was too close to yours was Microsoft will reveal 3 new IPs. Or at least 3 new IPs.
Mine that goes based upon that as well is the new Fable will be teased.
I thought we'd do the opposite. I
Yeah.
had a thought it'd be like Fable would not be shown.
Yeah.
The other one I didn't do was Metroid Prime Trilogy announced.
Ooh. I put 3 new ports announced for Switch. That was the one I was going back and forth at the end. Because I'm like,
That's a good one.
there's going to be 3 ports. Like, yeah, Trilogy is definitely one of them, I think. And then
At least 3 new ports. Let me teach you how to play this game.
Exactly.
3 new ports, man.
3 and a half.
Witcher 3, from that's being rumored right now heavily.
I don't know if I can run it, man.
Hey, who knows? They find a way with some of these games.
The 2 I had, I didn't want to put any more like new game announced. I wanted to do something different. So I had new BioShock gets announced. It's about time. And a new Nier game because Nier Automata came out like 3 years ago. The game of the year came out like last year. I think a new Nier game is going to be announced at in the Square Enix event. But I just wasn't again. I did too many new game announcements. I didn't want to do something different.
I wish Capcom had their own thing.
They used to, right?
Yeah, because it would be nice. Because then a couple more because I also had a Dino Crisis remake announced, and because of how well RE2 did, like why not at this point?
Clarifying question here. So I think last year when we did this, it was just if something's announced during the whatever it is, Saturday to Tuesday or whatever the window is for the conference is, it counts. It doesn't have to be at a conference. Okay.
Yep.
But if Sony or Microsoft announces one of these, Wednesday before, it doesn't count.
No.
Correct.
No,
but it starts.
Actually, this year it should start Sunday because there is nothing Saturday because there's not even the EA thing Saturday anymore.
They're doing. What are they? They're EA still doing something, aren't they?
They're doing like the EA play. Well, none of us have EA stuff, so it should start Sunday because that's Bethesda and Microsoft. Monday is Square Enix, and I'm assuming Ubisoft, even though they still haven't officially announced anything. I'm assuming Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft usually
is Monday afternoon. Yeah, and then Tuesday is the usual Nintendo.
I'm fine with anything from that weekend on.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but yeah, I had that, and then what was the other thing? Oh, then also Bayonetta 3 shown.
Okay.
Actually, gameplay and stuff, and hype moment early 2020.
I can see that happening too. Yeah, they announced it not last year the Game Awards.
At the Game Awards the year before. Yep. Yeah, and then at the Direct recently, they said stay tuned for more.
Oh.
So they're like, don't worry, we haven't forgotten. Stay tuned. So I had a feeling this one's finally going to show some stuff.
Nice. All right. They're in the books. It's official.
Woo woo.
We'll see next time if someone is taking down the tyrant. This is bastard sitting next to me. All right.
Mr. X.
So,
where's your top hat?
So,
for the record, the third piece was a suit coat. $100 bills. A little too snug.
So, this is going to be the last My Gift to You. Because we're changing it a little bit. Because we kept running into a scene where, you give a game, I only got an hour to play it. This really doesn't do anything justice because you're kind of getting thrown into a game.
Sorry, I can be more serious.
I would have totally played. I said I completely I jumped off of Rise of the Tomb Raider because I started playing Far Cry New Dawn because that was my gift.
Too far.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's who I am now.
Yeah. It's going to be rough driving home with these things. It's raining, it's storming.
Hey, get away from that. Come on, lightning.
Yeah.
I need to see.
Cop's going to pull me over. Why are you wearing sunglasses? It's a bit.
I'm really committed to this one.
Give us a business card. Check this out in a couple days.
Go here Thursday, I swear.
So we kept running into those things where I only got an hour to play and things like that, and it wasn't really doing it justice anymore. So we're not going to and forcing into a game. It probably isn't the best way to do it. When we have our goofy and fun stuff, we're still will have opportunities to do that with this new way we're going to be doing it here going forward. But we're not going to be like, it's your turn, you got to play this. Just, right. that more often than not, it's just I just did it for a little while and it wasn't great, or I did it for a while and it was fine, but I may not get back to it ever again. One of those things. So we're going to try to change it up and maximize our time and maximize your time, the viewer and listener, going forward. So we'll talk more about that in 2 shows.
I feel like every week I should play Rainbow Six.
You already do.
I know.
Whether you report it or not.
Listen, I have nothing new to say about the game. Nothing's changed.
You're right.
They banned an operator because there was an exploit. What do you want me to say? It was an operator I didn't use.
Anyway, so this is a chance for one of us get someone else a game, give them a chance to play something they never played before, and come back with thoughts, reviews, impressions. So I gave you Hello Neighbor.
Hello Kitty.
How'd it go?
Yeah. It's might be a good thing this is the final My Gift. So
no, I don't like being the last person in My Gift. There's no chance for retribution.
I don't think you're getting one.
No, you're not getting one. Remember we decided that earlier. You're not getting one.
I'm
the final.
How about this? I'll play whatever it is, Blood and Truth. That's what I'm going to play next time.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll say that'll be mine.
I was going to play that game anyways.
Yep. So I played it for about 45 minutes. The art style is awesome. This game looks cool. I like the art style of it a lot. I didn't realize I've seen stuff for it, but I don't think I've ever seen legit gameplay for it. I didn't realize it was a first person thing, so I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea what to do. It was Act 1, like the very first thing and everything, But like it's like, okay, you lose this ball, it goes downhill. It's like, okay, follow the ball, and then you get to this house, and you see the angry guy that they always show and everything, and you see him doing something, and there's a woman screaming, and then all of a sudden you see the door close. He puts a lock on the door. It's like, okay, she's in there. Okay, got it. She's in there. Got it. He puts the key down on this table. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, boom,
You're playing.
You're like, okay, there's the house. Okay, like I don't know. I'm messing around. I'm like, control. I'm like, all right, well, what the hell are the controls? Messing with that. I'm like, all right. Then I start. Then I'm like, okay. I approach the house. There, I see him. I'm creeping in the window, looking and stuff, and then all of a sudden he sees me, runs out of the house, and shakes you, and then all right, now I'm back to where I started before. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's one of those.
Starting to get it. Got it. Okay. So if he sees you, he comes after you. He gets you. You start at the beginning. Got it. Okay. Cool. Now I at least understand the concept of this. Then like I finally get a chance to sneak in the house and everything, and I kind of see different things I can interact with and do, and I'm just like, okay, so start interacting, opening doors, opening stuff, jumping on things, and I'm like, all right, where the hell's this key that he dropped? Like, where's this table? I remember him putting it on this table.
Yeah.
Where is this table? I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see it. Like, what the hell? And then it's like, okay. Then I get into another room. I'm like, oh, here's another locked door. It's not. I found the main room where the main girl was locked in. Then I go over here and I'm like, oh, there's another locked room. I'm like, okay, oh, maybe the key's in there, so I gotta find another key to get into that door. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. I'm running around, and all of a sudden you start hearing like the sound, and it starts pulsating and like going black, like darker and stuff. I'm like, the hell's going on? And all of a sudden I turn around, boom, there he is, and then I'm like, crap, okay. All right, another learning step. Got it. Hear that? He's coming for you.
Yeah,
he's
right.
near. He's near you, or he saw you, or something. Okay, and then so there's different ways to get away from him. You can run away from him. Later on, I finally learned that you can jump in a cupboard as long as he's not in the same room as you. You can jump in a cupboard and kind of wait, and then eventually the sound and everything goes away. So it's like, okay, that's my cue I can leave. If you jump in there when he's around, like if he sees you jump in there, eventually he will open up the doors and take you out and stuff. But I never got anything open. I never found anything. I never found a key. Like I said, I played for 45 minutes. I got caught probably about 11 times. It got to the and like I even ran outside in the backyard. I found this electric box that like, okay, turned off the electric into like a certain point, and that's like where it kind of was leading towards like that door. It led into the one locked door, and I'm like, okay, let me turn this off, and I'm like, okay, still can't get in the door, so that did nothing. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, I probably could have looked up something, but I'm like, it's just the first.
We don't
I
care.
shouldn't want to look up.
Right, yeah,
need to
exactly.
look this up. Like, I understand it's a learning thing and trying to figure things out, but I seriously, like I said, for 45 minutes looking around, I could not find a thing that like did anything. I was opening up drawers. I even opened up a couple drawers and jumped on them to get higher cabinets because you were playing as a kid.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit lower to the ground. So yeah, so I even got to a point where I was like, oh, if I open these drawers, can I jump on them? I'm like, oh, I can. Oh, okay, maybe there's something up here that I missed. I open them up, nothing in there. I'm like, okay, well, that's I thought I finally kind of was figuring out something, and I never did.
See, that's why we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where it's just like,
But I mean, like, just like your comment there, like that doesn't necessarily mean that's not going to happen in the future.
Yeah, right.
You can sit there and go, hey, I'm interested in this game. I'm going to play it, and you could have the same experience.
No, for sure.
absolutely, yeah. And it's just, it was just.
You just have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and it might be one of those things like maybe it's something like the Lego games. You know how sometimes you play those, you're looking around this level, I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do? You look it up on YouTube, you're like, oh,
yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. Like, how did I miss that? And I'm wondering if maybe that was kind of part of the aspect. It's like, how did I miss that? But at the same time, it's exhausting. Like, did I have to look up something to figure out? Like I don't mind taking time, but 45 minutes getting caught about 10 or 11 times, it's like, all right. I hit a point where I was just like, fuck this.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's what I was just like, no, I'm done. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
This sucks. Like, which is a shame because it's like, all right, I do like again, like I said earlier, I like the art style of it and like the concept I get. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're trying to sneak around. Like, you got to find ways to do things without him catching you, which is fine. I like the concept, but it's like, but I don't know. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, right.
So it was driving me nuts. So. I mean, if you played it and you figured it out, good for you. Maybe I'm just a giant idiot, But oh well. But it's well.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to talk about our ideas, or are we just going to spring them on them in a couple episodes?
What?
our new stuff that we're
The format changes?
Yeah.
We can talk about it. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, you saw a little bit of it today. So, we're trimming a little bit of the fat. We're going to try some new stuff. But the main thing is at the end, we're going to just try. We're all going to come up with, different things that we want to talk about. Whether it be like, I want to make a list, or I want to do a review, or you want to talk about an issue, or you want to, whatever it is. So, like, we're going to be more like assignments as opposed to like self-imposed assignments, as opposed to, putting the onus on somebody to have something done in 2 weeks. Like, this gives you a chance to work on something for a while. We don't know and there's always gonna be something different. There's always gonna be something different, and we're gonna break those out. We're gonna break out, and we're gonna try to do more reviews too, like short reviews. We're gonna have a new format. We're gonna try to do with the reviews as well, like critical points of the game, maybe like a 1-sentence, blurb about it, and then go into like further detail. Like the Plague Tale today wasn't like my Plague Tale talk about today was not gonna be what it would have been for a month from now when we do the next one. But I think that's really it. I mean, a couple of things we're just not gonna do anymore.
Yeah. We're going to cut down on the games coming out.
Yeah,
just
we're going to
focus on
highlight
big stuff.
Yeah, major stuff.
Yeah, we did that today too.
Only once a month we'll announce the stuff for Xbox Gold and PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Game Pass seems to be an ever... So if there's like last time, I gave you the stuff from early May that they announced. This time I only gave you the stuff they announced from the last show. So we'll probably do something like that. Like, so it's just sometimes it can get so chunky and it's just so long, and it's just
And we're still gonna do topics when we have ideas to do those type of things
Absolutely,
too.
yeah.
And that's not really gonna change. We're gonna do some more shorter, like when big news happens. Like we want to get it to you guys quicker. Like what our thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when we have like Death Stranding thing's gonna happen tomorrow.
Right.
You're not gonna hear about it.
You're gonna hear about it for at least a couple weeks.
2 weeks. So if we get a chance to like make like shorter videos like together, and we'll put them out there, get them to you guys quicker. But then we're not going to talk about it in depth again, on the episode. So that should trim some fat there too. So a few different things we're trying out, and hopefully it all works out. It's going to be, episode 1 all over again.
Yeah, and I mean, as you guys watch or listen to it, give us feedback. If you don't like it, let us know. If you like it, if you think we can do something a little bit different, throw it in the comments. Send it to us on Facebook. Tell us in person if we see you. I mean, we're trying to, figure out a way to make this more efficient, especially like we'll still have the full podcast, but like on the YouTube side of things, like people on YouTube have about a 39-second attention span. So
the average video watch is 6 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And our podcasts are usually somewhere between 90 and 180.
Yeah.
Right. So we can break out a 6-minute review or a 6-minute like weird topic, or even like something that's like closer to 15 minutes as opposed to an hour and a half. It usually pops back up with the algorithms more and things like that. So So I mean, those are some things we're still kind of getting into the nuts and bolts of some of that stuff, but we'll have it all perfectly ironed out in a month from now.
Because the next one will be our E3 wrap, and then
which is always a lengthy one.
Which is always pretty lengthy. Well, we'll see. Might be a little shorter this.
I mean, there's no Sony.
It's going to be at least one conference shorter.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, next week is going to be, we're going to go over all the stuff that got announced, all the big news, and then after that, kind of a fresh start for us, trying some new stuff. Hopefully you guys like it. But for now, Art, where can people find us online?
Hey, last time I'll be doing
this too.
People can find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Podcasts, everywhere, essentially, by searching Sticks Video Games Podcast. Find us on Twitter at Sticks Podcast. Is there anywhere else people need to find us?
Yeah, that's good for now.
All right.
Steak. Final words.
Final words will no longer be a thing.
Yeah. Final words
it's gone from Steak saying a sentence to I think last time we had like a 20-minute topic on it.
Yeah.
So let's just be a topic. Like we should just talk about that would be like your thing that you would bring to the table for like your assignment for that week.
Exactly. Yeah. So no. E3, I usually do the live stream stuff. So I'm still figuring I'm still making sure I'm going to be around for that. So that's why I haven't shown anything yet. So I'll post on Facebook and Twitter and everything if I plan on doing that. If anything, it'll end up on YouTube anyways, which just seems like a lot of people watch it on YouTube anyways. After
the good news is you don't have to suffer through EA this year.
Oh my God! When I left early last year because I had such a bad headache, and I was like, "This is it. I'm done." Yeah, that was nice. So so I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I'm gonna definitely I really enjoy doing it. So I mean I'm gonna sit down and watch it anyway. So as long as I'm not at work, might as well live stream my live stream my reactions. Maybe I'll have my kid do it with me. Now that he's crawling around and screaming all the time. So it'll be fun.
Nice. All right. See you next time, Stickheads.